Hey everybody, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel, and I want to share with you the art scarf that just got completed. And I want to share what I mean when I say art scarf, because it's a really interesting, important, different, and inspiring. It's a beautiful day, as you can tell here, and so that's why I'm outside enjoying the incredible sunshine. So this is my piece called The Joy is in the Journey, and it actually has its own story, not at all related to being an art scarf. And that story is going out to my email subscribers. So if you're not on my email list, head on over to my website, thesamanthawild.com, and you can get on it. And then you'll be able to hear the whole story about the joys in the journey. But I want to talk to you about something that is kind of significant in our lives, but we probably never think about. And that's edges, or as the weaving word is, selvedges. In weaving, your selvage is the edge of your weaving. And Misao Jo, who is the founder of Saori Weaving, says something really interesting in her book. She says that when she first started weaving, intuitively and spontaneously, creatively, listening for inner guidance to weave, that she realized that people hadn't had the experience of an uneven selvage. And that not having had that experience, we have all kinds of responses. So if you look at the edges of this piece, let's see if I can get them. You can probably see, there's one, that actually the design of this piece goes out. It's almost like an hourglass shape. Maybe I'll hold it up this way. It goes out and then back in. Can you see that? Right? So that's very much an uneven selvage on purpose. It goes out with certain kinds of fiber and it goes back in. So it has an hourglass shape by design. Couple of reasons for that. First off, I think it's more interesting. Second off, I think it's more natural. Third off, I think it's more artistic. Fourth off, I think it's more powerful because you and I have a different shape, and we actually have a shape. There's no human being who's walking around with straight, flat edges. There's no tree like that. There's no bird like that. There's no chicken, no dog, no blade of grass. Everything has a shape. And I love that you can weave and have a shape. But what I think is pretty significant is actually what it means for us, what it does to us when we have selvages that aren't straight. Some people feel very uncomfortable with that, or some people feel like, well, that's not real if it doesn't have this totally straight edge. And so that's what makes it art, right? What makes it art is it isn't created by a factory, it isn't duplicated, it isn't going to some exacting standards. There was no formula, there was no plan, there was no pattern for this scarf. I allowed the scarf to sort of be what it was. And I use many different kinds of fiber on purpose. So you have here, this is part of the ribbon that's coming out on the side on purpose. I have thicker fibers, I have thinner fibers, I have ribbon. And because of that, because they're thicker and thinner and they have different consistencies, it gives a different shape and a different feeling. And that's, again, on purpose. And I think it is, in terms of joy is in the journey, it's so true to our lives, because our lives actually have different thicknesses and thinnesses. We have fat times and thin times. I'm not talking about what you weigh, although it could be. I mean, that's been my experience too. But we have times that feel bigger, times that feel smaller, times that feel smoother, times that feel more bumpy. And I love fiber to become expressive of life. I love the pieces I weave to be expressing life itself, fully lived and fully realized. So, all that said, what do you think? Do not forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe. Give me the thumbs up, and see you soon. Have a really beautiful, alive day, and I hope you have many interesting edges in your day too.